Hi guys, it's Amy and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. You guys, my numbers have still been growing even though I've been kind of crazy the last couple of months. I haven't been able to post like I wanted to. I haven't been, contributing to any crochet value in your life, and I'm really sorry for that, but you guys have still supported me and I appreciate it so much. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for coming back if you've been here before. I just like to chit chat with my friends about crochet, so I hope you enjoy your time with me. Okay, so as some of you may know, I had a craft fair this last weekend, and I was, in the week leading up to it or so, I was still very unsure, very uncomfortable. This is not something that I do well. I love to crochet, and I don't necessarily like to go and sell my wares. I get big visions of grandeur before these events, and I think everything's going to go splendidly and I'm going to sell out of everything and make $1 million. And of course, that's not what happened. But I do always look for the positive things that happen in each of the events so that I can either learn for the next ones or just leave with a positive feeling about the event and how everything went. So having my uneasy feeling and my uncomfortableness, I just wanted to share some little happy mail that I got. I stopped by my post office box, which I only do about once a month. I don't get a whole lot there. And K Crochet sent me a thank you for my donation to the Bumblebee Mountain Outreach, and I just really appreciate you guys. I'm going to link them down below in case you haven't seen them before. Give them a check them out, whatever. Mom-daughter duo that I just love so much. So thank you very much for that. You put my mind and my heart in the right place, and I continued with a positive feel. I did things like make sure my square was still working. I went out and finally bought a portable battery because I always run really, really low with my cell phone charge, and I wanted to make sure that for all those millions of dollars in sales that my credit card machine worked. And I found out that I have a little tap capability on my square that's on my phone. I don't have to physically slide it through the machine. I can just kind of tap your card to the back of my phone and it charged. So I was happy. I was happy to test that out the night before and be comfortable with how that was going to go the next day. I had also stopped by the bank and grabbed some extra change just in case, all those millions of dollars of sales, right? That didn't happen. I have everything that they gave me. I didn't do any credit card sales, and I just did some cash sales. So that was fine. But the night before, as I was packing up my stuff to go from the table down into my totes and get ready to load up the car, I found that my alpaca wrap, that this is that slanted edge one that we decided we were talking about whether we were going to do tassels or no tassels. I decided to simplify things for the event, and I did no tassels. And anyway, so I was taking it off the shelf and found, now I don't even see it, it ripped. It was ripped. I don't know what happened. It's not where I tied the new skein on. I don't know what happened, if it was just a really thin part of the yarn. Gremlins came in, pulled on it, I don't know, but it tore. The yarn tore. So I was going to scurry to try to get that finished, fixed real quick and put it in the tote, and decided I'm opting to not do that one because it was just extra stuff that I had to do. So I was a little bit bummed out about that. I'm still going to have to fix it. I don't know what I'm going to do. But my first, I thought I was in a really good place where you could see me right from the door. I'll put some videos and pictures and stuff at the end so that you can see not only my stand, but the other crochet stands that were there, to see who kind of my not competition, because they did different things than I do. So I thought it was really nice that we all had a different view on crochet, and we're bringing crochet to the forefront. So the first thing that I sold is kind of what I had hoped or envisioned the entire day to be like. And it was like a grandma and a granddaughter, maybe shopping for mom or maybe for her sisters or something like that. And they bought a shawl that I had not even placed. I did not even get a chance to show you guys yet. I was going to do a tutorial for it. I made it with that Stitch 101 50/50 yarn. And it was very, very pretty, and I'll have to insert some pictures if I can find anything about it. I might have to do up just a little piece and show you guys, because it was really pretty. But that was very cool to sell something I hadn't even shown you guys yet, kind of thing, whatever. And they also bought a hat. They were trying to match some pieces together, and Grandma said, well, I'll take the hat for myself, one of my baseball hats. So that was kind of fun. So that was my first sale. My next sale, hi Susan, my friend Susan that I know from my crochet group that we created a couple of years ago before COVID hit and tore everything apart. She was there, and I don't know if she just bought something because she felt obligated to, or she really, really liked it, but thank you very much anyway. I do very much appreciate it. And it was a C2C bag that I made out of the yarn I'm holding in the thumbnail. This is Big Twist Freelance. It's 100% acrylic, worsted weight, and it's got all these different colors, all color changing, and you'd think it looks really, really cool. I got to some points where I didn't like it. I felt like some of the weight of the yarn kind of did a roving effect, and I didn't really, really like that at all. But I had bought a whole bunch of this, and so was trying to find ways to use it. So I made that C2C bag. And then I made this blanket. I started it a year ago and just finally finished it. I mean, I had put it away for a long, long time. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. And then recently I picked it up and I go, oh, I'm going to finish that. And I felt like reignited, or I was super, super happy, energized about doing it. So it's called Shells and Blocks. And I showed it to you from my crochet stitch book. And so it's got these blocks here that are 4 rows of single crochet, 5 stitches across. And so what you do is you chain some out, and then you crochet back and forth, and then you anchor it down here. And then your last one that you do, you then bounce over here into starting a shell. So that's how your little block here works. I think it was a very difficult, not difficult, but the little block, because you chain out 5 from where you're at, and then you're flipping this little piece back and forth, it could be a little bit fidgety and give you some troubles. And I think that between that and the way that the weight of the yarn was roving, the thicknesses of it, I think that's why I really didn't like it. But when I was done with that, let's see how long it is. It is just a lap blanket, and I just did a simple single crochet border and then a double crochet border, and the color changes along the edging like that, so you get kind of something different all the way along. It's just really weird, kind of orange variegated. It was kind of cool. I don't know, this is another one of those I never would have thought to put these colors together, and who thought that, because that's kind of an interesting look. And there's only like a small amount. You can see the green only lasts for this small section here. So the color, the amount of each color kind of varied. So the blanket really kind of gives you a different look all the way down. And so, yeah, just a nice little lap blanket. And so excited to get an unfinished project finally done, right? Let me get my dog. Hold on, please. Okay, so one of the things about living out here that we really, really love is the amount of natural wildlife that we find just roaming all around the house. And there were some deer passing past the backyard there, and the dogs were kind of losing their marbles over it, so I apologize for that. So the next thing that I sold was, you guys may remember I did I held 2 strands together of fingering weight that had an orange, it was a cowl that I made, the Harbor Cowl, I believe it's called, by Expression Fiber Arts, had the pattern. And I did the top with an orangish color and the bottom with a reddish color because I ran out of the yarn. And I kind of thought that it was, I wanted to really feel positive about it, but I'm like, it's kind of half and half. But on the other side, it's kind of reversible. So a lady bought it, and a lady that may be a few years older than me was buying it for her mother. So I absolutely love that. That was the kind of, Christmas present shopping that I thought I was going to run into. It was nice talking with her, and I enjoyed that sale. The next thing that I sold is an acrylic shawl I made with the Groot color from Mandala. It was this great colored shawl that ran from one color all through the rest. It's very, very pretty. And the vendor sitting next to me is actually the one who purchased it from me. I thought that she was really kind of, I'll say a chatty Cathy. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it made the time fly because she talked a lot. And she had a cute little stand with different types of Christmas decorations that she had just made with scraps and stuff. Little 50 cent here, $1.50 here, you know, $4 here. And she was making bank. She had people buying her stuff all day long. So I don't think I'm in the right business here. And then I think my last purchase might have been my favorite. I mean, my sale might have been my favorite. She appeared to be one of the college students. It was held at the gymnasium at the local college where my kids went to school. So I'm familiar with being there, and it kind of felt nostalgic being, I was in that gym. My son used to play something called foosball. I think that it's like a soccer, indoor soccer with a very small ball. So I've been there before, and so it was very nostalgic for me. But this girl came from out of nowhere, kind of running up on me and said, and dug her hand into the back of the bottom shelving thing there and said, "I want this hat." And she had seen it from the back side of my stand from over here, you know. And so I thought that was really, really funny. She grabbed it, she pulled it out. She goes, "How much?" I said, $20. And she goes, "I have $20 in my pocket." And she counted out ones, and she actually had 21. So she got to keep $1 and still buy my hat, and loved it, loved it, loved it. And it made me just tickle pink. I loved, that was a fantastic interaction as well. So, yeah, it was a great day. I think I sold, you know, having sold a little bit of everything like that, it felt very good. I saw a few people that I know that I haven't seen in a while, a few people from my church. So that was really nice. And, just talked to other crocheters. There was a gal that had a really nice, just kind of scarfy little neck thingy on, and I asked her if she made it. She said yes. And I brought some of my hanks of fingering weight in case anybody was interested in maybe seeing how nice the yarn is and maybe commissioning a project out of it from me. And she actually walked up and was looking to purchase some of the yarn, but only was looking for something specific for this project, and that wasn't going to work for her. So that was nice interaction. You know, throughout the whole day, I was very tired. I was very hungry. I slept really good that night. And I say this every year, I'll just do one or two of these things seasonally. And I always say, when you book your first one, you got to book some more. You've got to keep that momentum going, because now I'm driving home and I'm like, ooh, that was fun. Maybe I should do another one. Well, it's too late in the season. Everybody's already fully booked up basically, or you're doing it right before Christmas. And then that's no fun. That's a lot of pressure and not my jam. So I think I'm done for the season, for the Christmas season. I thought maybe I'll post some on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But I did create another Pixie Shawlette, and I think maybe I'm done doing this one for now. Now that I've done a couple of them, I really think that I want to do the one that I did in blue is called the Tendril Shawl, where there's like a 4-step drop off. And I think I really like the way that one lays on the body better. So I think I might work on a couple of those next. But what I did was, this is the Felici fingering weight yarn. I had 436 yards of it. And this is 7525 superwash merino nylon blend. And this is the colorway. I bought this bear from Knit Picks, as you guys may remember. And that's all I had left. Are you ready? Woo woo. So this is a lot of fun. I enjoyed this pattern very much. In my opinion, if I were to do this one again, they only do these 2 rows that have the spaces in it. And then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 solids in between the next round of the spaces. And I think I might do another round of the spaces in between that. But, you know, I really like the way that these can fit. You can wear them a lot of different ways. If you're just going to tuck that up underneath and just kind of have a front shawl here. I kind of tied it more like a tie. If you're going to work like that, you know, you can kind of do it a lot of different ways, depending on how you like to cover up your cold parts in the winter time. And then again, since the size of it is just right, you could even, you know, pull it down and do one of these if you were going to, and keep your little ears warm and so forth. If you haven't checked out this pattern, I'll link it down below, but I really enjoy the things that I've made out of it. The other one is, you guys all really enjoyed it, made with that unique fingering weight yarn in the, that had a turquoise and a purple and some greens, and that one was a really, really pretty colorway. So, all right, guys, I'm all caught up with everything that's been going on the last couple of weeks for me. Our kitchen is supposed to be finished today. That's why I'm out here. They are making a whole lot of noise in there, getting the last bits put in, last bits finished. They may need to come back on Monday for a little bit, but they were really going to try to get through the rest of finishing it up today. So thank you guys for sitting with me today. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season with whatever family you have, whether it's blood family or chosen family. You know, care for one another. There's so much struggle going on in the world, and we all are hurting somewhere, some ways about something. So be nice to other people. Have a wonderfully blessed day. Please come back and see me again. Thank you. Bye-bye.